Great morning, my dear friends. Bhupesh Anand this side. Lecture number 1, we are going to start with a new subject named as equity. So we have covered, so many topics, so many subjects. So today I will be starting with a new subject named as equity. And the institute, CFA curriculum level number 1, the institute has given 10% marks weightage to this topic equity, and it is very important for your day-to-day life, and most of you must all be aware of these things which we will be doing today. And there are 3 readings in this equity. So and all the 3 readings are very basic readings. If you are already purchasing and selling the shares, we are all aware of that, but I will be thinking that no one is aware of that. I will be starting from the grassroots level. We will be discussing all the nomenclature. We will be discussing all the points, all what is a market, what is efficiency, what is financial system. So these 3 readings will be most interesting readings, and this subject is also very most interesting. The name is equity. Equity. Now there are 10 subjects, as we are all aware of. Within that 10 subjects, we can give at least an idea that this is A category topics, this is B, and this is C. On depends on the basis of marks. I said, when I say marks, I mean ethics, quant, economics, and financial reporting. They are A category because the higher marks proportion is given to these 4 subjects. Then the next category is equity, fixed income, corporate finance, and portfolio management. It means in category A they have given 15 to 20% percentage as a mark on an average. In category B they have given 10 to 12% as an average. And then derivatives and alternative investments, they have given you. I will be giving as per C category depending upon the marks. All the topics are very important. But the point is, in these topics, equity, fixed income, in this corporate finance, and in portfolio management, the marks weightage is 10 to 12% for each subject. So I will be going to start with equity, and in this equity we are given with three readings, and in that 3 readings we are given with 30 outcomes. Learning outcomes are 30. It means to complete this subject I will be requiring at least 30 lectures. It means from 30 to 35 lectures, small lectures, because for each learning outcome I usually take a separate lecture. Now the point is, we will be going to start with lecture number 1, and before that please take out your registers, because I have already told you that in this you have to prepare a new register, new subject, new register. All 10 registers must be prepared separate for each subject. Now please take out your new register and start writing down great morning in that. This equity we are going to start with. In this equity there are 3 readings: reading, reading, reading. Now reading numbers can change, but I am doing it for 2018 curriculum. No, it will be same in 19, it will be same in 20, concepts will be same. Reading numbers can be changed, so don't bother in the reading number. So that's why I have not written reading number. This market organization. So firstly we will be starting with what is the meaning of a market, how it is being organized, what is the structure of a market, what is financial system, how the market is being traded, what are the different types of markets, what are the different types of assets, what is the meaning of validity, execution of orders, all what are the regulations applicable in the market. That basic structure we will be doing in this reading of that market organization. The next reading will be on market indexes. How many types of indexes are there? How indexes are prepared? What is equity index? What is fixed income index? What is Standard and Poor? What I mean by BSE? What I mean by Nifty? What I mean by Sensex? How they are prepared? Who prepared them? All that basic concept. What is the meaning of price? What is the meaning of market capitalization? That we will be doing in market index reading. And then market efficiency, that whether the markets are efficient, what are the factors which are important to have an efficient market, what are the different forms of efficient market. It means semi-strong, strong, or weak form of organization, and what are the regulations for that. So we will be doing with these 3 readings, and the basic crux we will be doing with that. So please take out your registers, start writing down, my dear friend. If you write down, these slides I have also prepared in PPT form, but the point is, There is no use to see these slides or just to see, and because when you write down, it will be more clear to you. It will more penetrate in your mind. So my request to you will be, my humble suggestion to you will be, don't just watch my video. Please, along with that, write down the things which I have written. I have prepared handwritten slides for you. I have taken the pain. So it will be better if you get the full benefit. So the point is, I'm going to start with a new subject, equity. 10 to 15, 10 to 12% marks weightage is there. It means in the morning session as well as in the afternoon session, 10 to 15 questions can be asked in the morning, and 10 to 15 questions can be asked in the evening. It means 25 to 30 questions can be predicted from equity. These three outcomes, these three readings, 30 outcomes, and all these are very easy. All they are interconnected. So we will flow with the thoughts, we will connect the dots. Market organization, market indexes, market efficiency, 30 learning outcomes. In CFA level number 1, 2018 study session 13, they have given number as 13. If you are preparing on 19 or 20 or 21, as the case may be, these concepts are same, and I will be uploading the latest amendments in YouTube. No need of tension for that. Study session 13, there are 3 readings, and they have given number as reading for 44 to market organization and structure. They have given reading number 45 to indexes, and they have given 46 to market efficiency. So I have written all those learning outcomes also, because when I write down learning outcome, at least I will get an idea that what are the points which we will be covering in these readings. So reading number 44, please write down. Reading 44 is market organization and structure. Reading 45 is security, market and indexes. So I have written the learning outcomes which are there. And reading 46 is market efficiency. So it means I will be taking 30 to 35 lectures. So today we'll be starting with the first reading, that is reading 44, market organization and structure. And before that, I have written a quotation for you. Don't wait for the opportunity. Don't wait for June or December. Just grab it, create the opportunities. Don't wait the opportunity, create it. Now you have to create it. So first point, first reading 44, study session 13, that is market organization and structure. Market organization and structure. So we'll be doing with 12 learning outcomes. I will be happy if you write down these learning outcomes, otherwise no problems. Learning outcome A, explain the main functions of financial system. So today, in today's lecture, I will be starting and completing with the financial system. What I mean by financial system, why it is important for any country, for any economy. What was there when that system was not there in past, 200 years back, 300 years back, 400 years back. Now what simplicity is there? What are the benefits of this financial system? What are the uses? What are the functions? What are the essential characteristics of an efficient financial system? All that we'll be discussing with simple normal examples. And then learning outcome B, we'll be discussing with how many types of assets are there, what I mean by traditional asset, what I mean by alternative assets, what I mean by different categories. Real estate is which type of asset, gold is which type of asset, and how many types of markets are there. What is the meaning of primary market? What is the meaning of secondary market? And all different markets, spot market, future market, this market. Learning outcome C, types of securities, types of currencies. What are different types of currencies available throughout the world? How many types of securities are there? What I mean by bonds, what I mean by depository receipts, what I mean by American depository receipt, what I mean by global depository receipt. So that we will be discussing in learning outcome number C. And in learning outcome number D, I will be telling you what are the different types of financial intermediaries, because a financial system cannot flow, just like a human body system cannot flow without heart, without liver, without lungs, without kidney, without blood. On the same basis, a financial system can only run with the help of financial intermediaries, banking system, merchant banking system, institutions, regulatory authorities, SEBI, Companies Act 2000, rules, laws, Bear Acts. So that we will be discussing in learning outcome number D, and then we will compare the positions that what investor can take, different types of positions, long position, short position, buying with call, call with short, and all that positions in learning outcome number E. And then learning outcome F. What is the meaning of future? How we can go for margin call? What is initial margin? What is maintenance margin? How to calculate margin call price? What is MCP? What is return on equity? What is leverage ratio? So that we will be discussing in learning outcome number F. And how many types of orders are there? What is the difference between validity orders, execution orders, validity and execution orders, and clearing instructions? What I mean by good to cancel, good till order, and all that different stuff. The basic nomenclature we will be discussing with 12 learning outcomes are there. Learning outcome H, compare market orders with limit orders, and those who are already dealing with that, they are aware of that, but I will be discussing all. Learning outcome I, primary market, secondary market. When a company is coming for first time public issue, that is a primary market. When a person directly subscribes to a company for the shares, directly to Infosys for the shares, and Infosys is coming for a public issue, that market is named as primary market. But when a existing investor of Infosys wants to sell its shares to another investor through exchange, that is secondary market. And how many exchanges are there? We will be discussing that. How security contracts and LOC and learning outcome H, and this are traded in overdriven, order driven, and broker market. And last is, what are the features of well functioning financial system? What are the features? Whether liquidity should be there, whether transaction cost should be low or high, and whether information is freely available or not, and whether there should be rules or regulations or not. All that stuff we will be discussing in these 12 learning outcomes, and I will be taking most probably 12 to 13, 12 to 13 lectures in this. So this is the last learning outcome number L, that is objectives of market regulation. Why there is a market regulation? Regulators are there. Why it is important to regulate New York Stock Exchange? Why SEBI is there in India? Why LODR regulations are there? Why these rules are there? So that the importance of that we will be discussing with. So the first learning outcome, I hope you are writing down all this because it is very important to get the grab the concepts. And if you are from non-commerce, if you are an engineer, my humble request will be, please write down all the points. It will help you. It will help you in June in clearing your examination first attempt. So today I will be starting with learning outcome number 1, and I will be telling you something with the help of New York Stock Exchange. I will be telling you from money control. I will be telling you what is the meaning of Bombay Stock Exchange, how these exchanges have been formed, what is the representative of Bombay Stock Exchange, and similarly National Stock Exchange. What is market watch? How Nifty 50 they have calculated? What are the different forms? And SEBI in India, we have SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India, and then New York Stock Exchange. I will be dealing with all these concepts. So today's lecture is most important lecture, and before that, I want to tell you some history. That what is the meaning of financial system? Why financial system is necessary? What are the functions of financial system? What are the uses of financial system? What was happening 200, 300 years back in our country, in this earth planet? Why the system has been brought in? What are the benefits of this? What are the functions of this? So before starting with this, just I want to tell you that there is a economy, and at a time there was a barter system. Barter system, it means a person if wants to buy an asset, a wheat or rice from another person, or one person who has abundant of mangoes in his village wants to exchange oranges with a person who is residing in other village, and he has huge oranges. So at that time, they are exchanging mangoes in against of oranges. That system was barter system. And slowly that barter system, after that gold system, then coin system, and then rupee system, and now we are in this system, a money system. It means whenever you want to exchange something, you require funds, and that money has to be given. And how much will be the consideration for that? It depends upon demand and supply. So no, if I talk of 200 years back or 100 years back in India or in all over the world, there was a system of money lenders. There was a system of money lenders. If a person has require is a borrower, has is requiring some amount of fund, he generally goes and borrows the fund from the money lender. And this money lender, because this money lender has a huge amount of risk that this person can run away also. There can be bad debts also. Just like in case of Nirav Modi, Punjab National Bank, these money lenders, because of high risk, they charge high interest from these persons. You must have seen so many movies of Amitabh Bachchan where these money lenders are giving the loan, and they are charging huge amount of interest. At that time, 100 years back, if anyone requires money, he borrows money from the money lenders. But the point is, slowly and slowly, as we have grow up, and as there is a case of economic development, now money lenders, instead of money lenders, banks have taken the place of money lenders. HDFC banking system. Now when I say banking system, it is nothing but a connect between. It is a connection. Banking system is a connection between, it is a common point, it is a network between two persons, the one who are saving the money and the second who require the money, borrowers. Now, what is the meaning of saving? When a person, Ramlal, is earning and his income is more than his expenditure, the balance amount is named as savings. We have discussed in economics also. Now, this saving, in case he's investing these savings, and these persons who have started their own business or who require some fund for car, for any purpose, let it be car loan, let it be personal loan, let it be any loan, let it be marriage loan, let it be education loan, they require some funds. So this bank comes as a mediocre between savers and borrowers. Now this banking system is important, and I will say financial system has different components. Bank is a major component in financial system. Financial institutions, stock exchanges, clearinghouse, mutual funds, insurance companies, and different types of financial instruments. All that is a part of financial system. Now, so we will be discussing with how a person can, transfer his own risk without transferring his ownership. There is the existence of insurance companies, life insurance companies, general insurance company. A person can insure his car by just paying a premium and being the owner. And in case of any problem, then this insurance company will be paying the claim. Now, this insurance company has huge amount of different policy holders. So his risk is diversified through these policy holders. So this risk of this person can easily be shared with, transferred with this insurance company. A person who has just started his business can acquire the funds from public by issuing equity share capital, by issuing share capital, or even a company in India, for example, Reliance firstly started with euro issue and get the funds from the America, USA. It means all this system that is named as a financial system. Now, what are the functions of that financial system? When I say function, the first function is it help the entities to save the money. It helps the entities to borrow the money. It helps the entities to raise share capital. It helps the entities to transfer the risk. It helps the entities to calculate, to calculate the return, because they are saving, and the savers, the persons, the investors, they are saving. So they want higher return, higher expectation from the market. So, to how much should be the return? What should be the return? How much should be the beta? What should be the compensated expected return by this investor? This financial system will help in order to determine what should be the return in for the given level of risk. Higher the risk, high will be return. And at last, the function is that all that financial system should be regulated by some laws, by regulations. That is a financial system function. So we will be doing today, in today's lecture number 1, basically I will be telling you something about financial system. And what is the need of financial system, why financial system is necessary, why this information is freely available nowadays, why transaction cost is very low. I will be telling you each and point with the help of example. So please take out again, I am telling you, please open your register in case you haven't, because I have already done the hard work for you. So I want that please you write down the points, bullet points. This is summary bullet points with the examples in simple language. The learning outcome A, the main functions of financial system. The main functions of financial system. Financial system is a system. For example, examination system, air traffic system, hospital system, CFA curriculum registration system. It means there is a system, and in a system there are different persons are involved, and they are involved, they are communicated, they are networked, they are connected in an organized manner. That is a system. So financial system is a system that allows, it is a system that allows the transfer of money between two persons. The one is who are savers, who are investors, whose income, who have saved something, and the other is borrowers who require funds for personal use, who require funds for business use, who require funds for different uses. So it is financial system is a system. It is a system. Traffic system, railway system. Similarly, a system which allows the two persons, the two connections, the one is saver and second is borrower. That system is named as a financial system. And in a financial system, there are different parties involved. I have just given the example. There can be so many other parties are there. There can be so many other persons can be there. Mutual fund can be a system. Mutual fund can be a part of mutual fund financial system. Insurance companies is a part of this. SEBI is a part of this. All regulators are the part of this. Stock exchanges are the part of financial system. All banks are part of financial system. All financial institutions are part of the financial system. So when I say financial system, it is a big word. So please prepare this graph, this diagram. Financial system I have written in middle, and because there is less space, so I have just written 3 or 6 arrows. There can be different other persons, different other institutions, different other entities which are involved in or which are a part of financial system. The first I have written markets. Second, I have written stock exchange. Third, I have written financial institutions. Fourth, I have written mutual funds. Fifth, I have written different transactions, spot transaction, forward transactions, barter transactions, money transactions, instruments. We can use different types of instruments, commercial paper, treasury bills, stock, warrants, debentures, bonds, ADRs, GDRs. There can be different types of instruments and insurance companies. So I have just given an example of these entities which can be there in a financial system. It is a huge list. So basically what we have seen that financial system is a system that allows the transfer of money between savers and borrowers. So now I'm coming to second point or third point, the most important and testable area. What are the functions of financial system? Or what are the uses of financial system? Now the point is, in the CFA curriculum they have given the huge list that there are 6 uses, and those 6 uses I have summarized to 3 functions or 3 uses. So if you remember these 3 uses, I will telling you this question will be 100% correct. So first use, please write down. First use or first function, please write down. It allows entities to save, to borrow, to issue, to save, to borrow, to issue equity share capital, to manage risk with the help of insurance companies. We have seen savings, borrowers, money lenders, banking system, equity share capital, stock, euro money, euro issue, ADR, GDR, to exchange assets and to utilize the information. Now the information is readily available in money control. You can see annual report of any company for last 15-20 years. You can see the latest development, what was happening today. Now information is freely available. Because in last if I see 200 years back, internet facility was not available. Even 50 years back, internet facility was not available. A person cannot, a person cannot get an idea that how much is the annual report or what are the profits of this company. But nowadays, everything is very easy. No, so to use that system, to use that information quickly and for that efficiently. Now everything is available. For example, I will show you in money control. In money control, there is a side. I can easily see each and every point for each and every company. For example, I want anything for mutual fund, commodities, startups, cryptocurrency, property, markets, news. Let it be markets. Then in within markets we can have, we can see anything, so today trade war, this everything is freely available nowadays. Everything is freely available nowadays. Nothing, everything is transparent. Everything is transparent. What are the news, latest news for that? We can see the latest news, what was happening today. Sonia Gandhi taken to Delhi for Shimla after she complains of restlessness. So today, all that, all the things are freely available. Everything can be is transparent. Information is freely available. So even in national stock exchange, that how much is the market watch, and products are available. Equities, capital market equities, derivatives, debt, fixed income securities, everything is freely available. So this is financial market. These are the functions, of financial market. Then we'll be doing with SEBI. So firstly, write down the point. Function number one is financial system allows to save, to borrow, to issue, to save, to borrow, and to issue equity share capital, to manage risk, to exchange assets, to utilize information. All that is named as the main function of a financial system. I've given the examples also. Just write on function number two, to determine the return, to calculate the return, that how much would be the return for a given level of risk, and how much return should be for bank FDs, how much would be for treasury bills, how much would he get for investing in Fisher Airlines, how much would be the return if he invests in Infosys, how much would be the return if he invests in Fevicol Pidilite. That system in which we can calculate, that is named as financial system. So second function, in the first function I have actually covered 3 or 4 functions: to save, to borrow, to issue, to manage risk, to exchange assets, and to utilize information. Function number 2, determine the return that equates, because funds are limited. Now, if these scarce funds are used properly, then this person, the investor, can get a higher return. So to equate the return by equating aggregate savings and borrowings, and then allocating capital efficiently, that is demand and supply. Now, in order to allocate that capital efficiently, there are some common points that should exist in the financial system. Liquidity should be there. Low transaction cost should be there. Information should be freely available. And rules and regulations should be there. Just see to me that in case there are no rules and regulations in CFA examination, then the authenticity, credibility will not be there. And if huge high fees is there, that you have to pay at least $1 lakh, then again it is not possible for so many students to do the CFA curriculum course. The point is, these 4 points are very important for efficient financial system. If we want to allocate financial system, then we should have, just so first, before that, I have given you the example of function number 1, that to save or to borrow. So I have written the example that history, money lenders was there. Money lenders were giving money to the persons who are borrowing, and they are charging high risk, huge interest because of high risk. Then I have given you the example that now money lenders, instead of money lenders, banking system was there, which is a connection between savers, the persons who are saving, and the person who require the funds for different reasons, for car loan, for working capital loan, for marriage loan, for education loan, and these are the investors. So instead of money lenders, now the system of banking system is there. And if a company, if an entity, if a person wants to start his own business and he requires funds, he can go to IPO, public issue, right issue, and there are so many agencies involved in that. All that is a part of financial system. SEBI, financial instruments, banking system, merchant bankers, institutions, Companies Act, regulations, all that is now possible, which was not possible 100 years back, 50 years back, 80 years back, because the system was not there, internet was not available, knowledge is not there, information is not there. People are not so much aware. Now it is due to financial system, everything is now possible. So after that, I have told you how a person can now transfer his own risk by taking the insurance policy. It is possible only due to financial system. Now, the last point of today's lecture is what are the features? What are the features of efficient financial system? If we want to make this person as efficient, if we want to make this system as efficient, then what are the features we should have? So I have written 4 features as per CFA curriculum, that there are 4 features which should be there in order to make this system as very efficient. Liquidity. I have written first feature is liquidity should be there. It means there should be existence of huge number of buyers and huge number of sellers, because buyers can buy at a market price, and sellers can sell at a market price, not below market price and not more than market price. I am talking not more than for buyer and not less than selling first for seller. It means liquidity, because sometimes there is a difference between market price and the value of that asset. When we are actually selling it, we are not getting that much amount. So there should not be any liquidity risk involved in that. Liquidity should be there. So financial system, efficient financial system has a first feature of liquidity. Liquidity. Second is the knowledge. The transaction cost should be low. For example, one share is there in one national stock exchange. Let it be Apollo Tire. One stock of Apollo Tire in national stock exchange is, let it be $50, and the same share in Bombay Stock Exchange is, let it be $53. Let it be $53. Now there is a difference. The same item, the same apple, the same item, the same orange is available at two different prices in two different exchanges. Now if the transaction cost is huge, then this difference will remain same, because in that case the difference will be wider, because let it be the transaction cost is $5, but the difference is only of $3 in Apollo Tire share, in Bombay Stock Exchange and in National Stock Exchange. So this is not a good sign of effective financial system. Because if an effective financial system was there, now in that case the transaction cost should be lower, so that the difference between the same asset in two different markets can be reduced. So the first feature is liquidity, the second feature is low transaction cost should be there, and the third is information should be freely available. Now in this money control, all information is freely available. You can easily see any information of any company easily without any problem. Now the information is freely available for any company. You can search for that. You can search for that. You can have annual report of last financials of that company, and just see to it. Even now, because the world is now a global village. Now this world is flatter world, so you can have any information at a click of second. So this should be the feature. This should be the feature of effective financial system. And the last is, there should be existence of rules and regulations, because then only a trust can be developed. Because otherwise there will be huge scams, as in India there was huge scams, of Satyam Computers, Kingfisher Airline, and if I talk of USA, Lehman Brothers, General Motors. There should be existence of rules, there should be existence of regulations, there should be Bear Act, there should be the law applicable. So these are the features in order to have efficient financial system. Getting a point? So in today's lecture, I have introduced what is the meaning of equity, how many readings are there, how many learning outcomes are there, how many lectures I will be taking, and I have covered learning outcome number 1, meaning of financial system. Why there is a need of financial system. What are the functions of financial system? What are the uses of financial system? Or what are the features? What was happening in 100 years back? Now what was happening? And that features of effective financial system. Hope you have enjoyed this lecture. Be happy, be jolly, be cheerful.